Cheers to
Salud.
This Is Life. You know, we want to help people helping people. We are all here together. Why not be successful? Why not help each other? Why not be something? And there doesn't have to be so much picking and hating and judging. And this is a free judge zone. I don't judge anybody, and you always welcome in here. So let's...
I judge people all the time.
Well, you know what, dude? Cheers to good friends, great energy, and a live chat room in this podcast. Hey, yo, this is life. Thank you, everyone. Newcomers, old comers, friends, family. We love you all. Shout the fuck
You're such an asshole.
If you're afraid to talk to me or if I am too aggressive for you, go fuck yourself. But if you're not and you're interested in talking, you know, please pick up the phone, holler at me. My own experiences, I left at 16. I moved out when I was 16 years old, people. I had 3 jobs, my own apartment, and I had a baby, and I had things to deal with. My husband will tell you, I am a fighter, I am a strong person, and I am Jess. There's nothing less, and he is Rocky, and he never gives me anything less, and that's what's so important, you know. I am so damn blessed to have you as my partner in crime.
Always, baby.
We don't need friends, you know why?
Because
we have each other. Cheers on that.
Cheers on
Salud.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're bugging. Well, I guess.
Can't even take that. Hello. Here we are.
Yeah.
This is life. I am Jess. I'm here with my amazing co-host, my husband, Mr. Tuesday Night from the Super Ugly Show.
What up, what up, what up?
I have my beautiful blonde, Madalena.
What's up, everybody?
And tonight,
This is life.
this is life.
This
I said,
is life.
this is life, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
This is
this
it.
is life. Tonight's show is going to be a little bit freeing, and I hope everybody uses that number at the bottom of the screen. If you want to be a part of the show, have anything to ask, you can type it in the chat
And
room.
what we mean by ask is if you're currently in a relationship and you're having a problem, or even you're trying to figure something out, like
Right.
how the fuck did they think this way, or let's say you had a breakup and you're like, why did this happen, or anything.
Anything.
Bring it to the table, because with shit like that, if you have an outsider look at it or maybe enlighten you on something, you won't make the same mistake.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
And
So-
we all do that. We all go in circles. It doesn't matter what someone says.
At what age did you learn I need to be in the power position? Like it dawned on you, like, oh, wait, I'm not the one in charge of these things. And then you know, because we became alphas as far as relationships went.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there was a certain point, like that chick before my baby mothers. Mm-hmm. When that all went down, that made me go, now you're all fucked.
Right.
You're all done.
Now it's over for you.
Yeah, like my outlook on I want to make her smile, and I want to, like I do now, but
you're in a give relationship.
But you had to I had to get there to now be like, all right, I'm willing to love again, because now I just want to fuck shit up. Like I want to come out here and I want to fucking hurt people because I was hurt. And in the process, I've learned you can't be a bitch around women. Like, you just can't. Like, even approaching them, even anything.
We can see how far he has come.
Yes. No, but what I'm trying to say is, like, when you're little boys, you're very like, I'd do anything for her to give me a kiss. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you have to lose that. You have to go, fuck out of here. I don't want you.
Yes,
I
but
don't want
yeah,
you.
but you're
Live
talking
and learn. You're talking live and learn.
Yeah,
That's different,
yeah.
I think, than being in power position, you know?
right. But at the same time,
No. But this is my famous line, too. Hold on real quick. The power position thing, I mean by this, and she knows it. I told my daughter this, and it's never love them more than they love you. Until you get here and we can be equal in our love, I'm not loving you more than you love me. And if I do, I'm not letting you know it.
That must be a Sicilian thing. My grandmother used to say.
No,
that all the
it's
time.
no. You know why? Because it's the power position, and if you don't put yourself in that, you're gonna have a fucking miserable fucking time. But the person in the power position also can't be a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like there's people who abuse power, like anything. It's a fine line, and it's hard to balance. But I'm sorry, baby. I wanted to finish my point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but your point, you was going in a circle. You make sense, but for somebody who is not learning, you're somebody who now is vengeful.
But
at the point, to answer the question that you asked me that you didn't allow me to answer, when I was a very young dating woman, I had one relationship that was my daughter's father, who completely demolished me as an innocent person. And yes, I was fuck everybody. I actually did not date men. I was with women for many years, 10 plus years, maybe even 12 plus years. I wasn't looking to hurt anybody, but I wasn't a good person in a relationship at all.
Well, you did some dirt too, though. Like,
of course I did.
Like you were a manipulator. And...
I was more of a manipulator than anything because I just didn't like to have sex with
Yeah.
people. I was not big into hooking up, but I may have flirted to think you might have, and then we went to a concert.
Yeah.
I may have flirted and you may have bought me drinks all night at my mom's bar, which I don't pay for drinks anyway. But, you know, I was not a bad person. I just was a childish person. I think that everybody gets to a point where you need to grow up.
Oh, absolutely.
And move on.
And this is a mid-20s thing. Like, you can't do this shit in your 30s.
No,
like,
I did this
you know.
with you. And actually, I started being with you 29.
Yeah.
So 29 is
Well,
when I
that's what I mean.
stopped.
From like 23 to like 28, 29.
Yeah.
That's okay to be that person, I think. After that, now it's time to start, you know, accepting either you're going to be this person forever.
Right, because there's no...
Or you need to do the right thing and start, you know, making
There's
the
no
compromises.
excuse to be that way, to be vengeful and to
Oh, of
be,
course there
you know,
isn't.
there's no excuse. If
Of
somebody
course
else
there
does something, your reaction is your reaction. You got to learn how to control yourself. Just because somebody's like, you know, they do something to you doesn't mean you run out and do it back, because it's just going to come back to you again.
Yeah.
We all know this is that's just what you give you what you get in every situation.
Well, Kay's got a question for
Go,
us.
go, go. Oh.
Read, Joe.
My son in the 2nd grade, I'm regretting telling him not to worry about girls because now they're all up on his shit. And he's like, Mom, why won't girls quit bothering me? You know, it's so funny because at that, around these ages, he is
My
2nd
son's
grade.
in 3rd.
He's in 3rd. My son, we can't even say, is there a pretty girl in class? He gets angry.
He gets
like,
mad.
don't talk to me about this.
Yeah. I used to get that way too when I was a kid. I was telling them.
I think he's just...
It's embarrassing. It's
Exactly.
embarrassing.
Yeah, you don't want to talk like that.
You don't want to talk about girls with your mom and your dad. And
I mean,
that's something he goes to Anna for. Anna, I like this girl. What do I do?
Right. Yeah, but also though, you know, for kids like that are having a lot of attention, they're getting the attention. I would just say to them, you know, all you have to say is, I'm not interested. That's all. I'm not interested. I'm sorry. And a little kid that has to sound really cute. Like, sorry, I'm not interested, you know? Like, just a smile, like, not interested.
Not for me.
Not for
But
me.
thanks.
I have my Legos, you know, like, I'm over here playing with G.I. Joe, and that's a little fun for me. You know, when you get older, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, it's like, you better watch out for spin the bottle, making out,
7
minutes in heaven, who shows their boobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're exploring beyond now. I mean, the years have just changed with
Like,
kids.
In 7th grade, it wasn't just me. It was everyone. Like in 7th grade, smoking, drinking.
Yes.
Like we were 12 and we were all
Outside
like
of the school. I was
Seneca.
just about to, I was going to say the name, thank God I didn't, but...
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but outside the school, smoking at like this. Is the coaches coming? I didn't even inhale.
Or
until I
after
was
school,
like 10,
we'd be out there
12.
smoking weed.
Oh, my
You'd go to parties and, you know, no parents would be home and you're making out with chicks on the couch. People are drinking. People are smoking.
Worst ever. Really quick, let's just do this. First time you ever kissed somebody, tell me how fucking miserable it was.
Mine wasn't that bad, to be honest.
Was yours bad, your first kiss?
Yeah, because I didn't know it was coming, and he just grabbed me.
Worst
I was like,
ever,
"Whoa!"
really quick, throwing it out there, snowing outside. My dad was a goddamn drill sergeant. I was not allowed to have people over, go places, do things, but when people did come over, it's because he knew them. Somebody my dad had taught karate to, I'll leave his name out of it, we're outside, and he's like, let's kiss. I'm 7th grade. You know what I looked like in 7th grade.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. but he had such big fucking teeth that when he went to kiss me, I nudged back because I was nervous. His teeth smacked into mine. I hit my head in the back of my house. Now I'm like, ugh, and he's trying to put his tongue in my mouth. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't like this anymore. That was the worst.
Mine was more just the anxiety because we were in 6th grade, and I had my girlfriend, and we were all at this place, and we all knew like, all right, this is the night, and at 11 years old, you're talking to your boys like, dude, I'm gonna make out tonight. It's gonna be crazy, and they're gassing you up, and now there's all this pressure, but I think I did all right. I don't remember it being too bad. Now I just got a question via text.
Yes.
A girl you really click with, but fetishes don't match. Ooh. What do you do?
All right.
Now, it depends on the fetish. Like, if it's not, like, too out of...
The Rocky Show.
Out of the realm of, like, come on, just suck it up, then I think that's exactly what you do. If you like this chick, you suck it up, and who knows? After a few times, maybe you'll be into it, too. But, well, exactly. But if not, then all right, this definitely ain't going to work. But at least give it a shot.
But if it's me that wants the fetishes and they don't, I would not accept it. If it's them who wants the fetishes and I don't, I might leave the door open for growth in our relationship.
Well,
depending
that's what I mean.
on as far as I need it to go. You know what I mean? Like if I was into things like that, then yeah, I would do it. But if I wanted something from someone, I don't think that I would be able to stay. And I actually happen to be a very nasty, honest person.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Well,
no, I'm just saying, like, when you're
ours is perfect, so I don't get any criticism.
No, I'm saying, like, when I don't want to be with somebody, I would never just do it to do it. That wouldn't be me. I may like someone, but then maybe they're just better friends. Everybody could say sex is not number one in a relationship, but it is at least 70%, 70. And I'm saying 50. I'm saying 70 because sex and intimacy, companionship, communication, all that stuff is part of sex, okay?
I think it's number 2 next to trust. I think it's trust, and then you got to have a good sexual chemistry because if you don't, now you're just friends.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're friends,
I'm
roommates.
with a girl to fuck her. I'm with a girl to have sex. I'm with a girl to enjoy that aspect of life, not to sit there and go, man, it's been 3 months, but whatever. I guess we'll do it eventually, right? No, fuck that. I want to have sex all the time.
Right. And you want to be in the same space. Have you ever had that situation where you wanted something they wouldn't give?
No, never.
Oh, they always give it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to know.
I knew it.
I want to know the person.
No, you can't know.
No. What?
Is it which way?
Exactly.
Which way is
Which
it?
way,
Can you text or if your person's watching?
Yeah, which way is it?
Send the
Is
text.
They have a fetish that you're not into?
Or you have a fetish they're not into.
Or do you have a fetish?
Can we know the fetish? Yeah, we won't mention any names, but can we know the fetish?
What if it was shitting fetish? No, shitting's off the line, off the table. That's never acceptable.
No, I don't do anything with shit. That's kind of gross,
that's
dude.
like shit, puke. No.
That's like more or less like almost like abuse, like I get to piss on you and you fuck me. No, this is not Borat, and I am not from Kazakhstan. No, I will not.
What if you're in the shower?
Peeing on me? Like, can I piss on you in the shower, or can I just pee on the side of the shower?
No,
while
piss
we're in the
on you in the shower.
No. Why would you pee on me?
I don't know. People are into it. I'm just asking.
But me, I'm going, again, it's something more of a power.
Yeah.
Like, that's like same thing with guys coming in a girl's face. Not saying that I haven't let you, you're my husband. I'll say this. There was a couple of things I would not do before we were married, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We got married.
And there was a certain thing I wouldn't do before we got married. It wasn't there.
Absolutely.
And what was it? Not sexual.
You wouldn't, wait, for marriage? Oh, you wouldn't dip me.
I wouldn't. I refused.
He wouldn't dip me until our wedding day. Like dip me in a dance?
Dip?
Nope. He would not. I would run around the kitchen, right?
She would pull it back and try to.
I would try to run on him and be like, "Oh, you dipped me," and he's like, "No, I didn't." Imagine I would have went flying right there with this thing.
But
it was the best. He wouldn't dip me. But no, there were things I said I won't do these things until we're married. Not because I didn't want to experience them, but to be honest with you, I'll throw one out there: anal. I have never been in a relationship where I was comfortable enough to say, "Go ahead and put it in my ass," honestly, and I really never had a request of it. But it's something I wanted to try, so why not try it with somebody I married? And I swear to you, on everything I love, my husband was my first, and I not that I hated it. We did it on the honeymoon, but we haven't done it since. You know, like it's not something I go.
It's not
I
something
want
I request
anal.
either.
Yeah,
though.
no,
You
you know. But
more of a pussy kind of guy.
Yeah, well,
you know?
of course, hi. But you know, at the same time, you know, fetishes again are things that people enjoy. You want to please the person you're with. So if I will say, my opinion is, if you're the one that has the fetish, I would not accept anything less. If they're the one that has the fetish, if you like them, I would say, let's see what time says.
I think that's a big proponent of it all, too, is how much do you like this person?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're willing to do a lot of dumb shit for people you really care about.
True.
You know, especially guys and girls. Like, if a guy really digs a chick, you'll do some goofy shit just to make her fucking happy. You will.
Goofy shit.
It's true, though. Like, you see guys on those fucking dates where it's wine and painting. That motherfucker doesn't want to be there. He does not want to be. I don't care. He can lie to my face a million times. I don't care.
It's almost like women like to take their balls off.
And you know what's funny, too? There's the guys that, like, you see me, like, I'd be like, I don't want to do that. No fucking way. And there's guys that will go and do that and then try to convince themselves that they do want to do that and lie to your face and be like, no, I really do like it. And it's like, no, you don't. You can't.
It's just, you know, again, whatever you'll do to get what you want. Some people will do a lot to get what they want. For me, I wouldn't want my husband, not that I wouldn't like to do a paint night, but that is something I'd like to do with my girlfriends.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Not,
that's
but
a hey, go do it with your friends
I wouldn't
thing.
expect my husband and go, you will go paint with me because I like it. It really does demand them. And again, I'm not saying I'm the woman. I'm beneath him. My husband and I are eye to eye always. It's never about man to woman.
But let a man be a man.
But let a man be a man and let a woman be a woman. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a slave. I am a woman. So my husband comes home to dinner, laundry done, house is clean. He says, thank you. It's not like I have to do this. I do it because I want to care for my family and husband. It's not, oh, you're a woman, you cook. No, I am home. I cook because that's what I want to do for my family, to provide as the woman. You know, he would never say to me like, you can't go to a paint night with your girlfriends, because he wants me to have my own hobbies. People tend to think because you're together, you have to like the same things, you have to do the same things, you got to agree. I don't agree with my husband 50% of the time.
Yeah.
50% of the time, him and I are going back and forth about what we think, and then we both go, well, I accept you and you accept me, so we'll just leave it as it is. Because you're never going to change. You're going to make someone do this for a while, and then eventually they're not going to want to hang out with you anymore. Yeah. So what would you rather do? Take into them and let them be themselves, or, you know, and so forth. He's a video gamer. Guy asks me every day, you want to play arcade? I'm like, nah, babe, not into it. Then he leaves me alone. It's not like, you know, you never want to play video games with me. We don't do that. You can't do that in a relationship. It will kill you to try to change someone.
Yeah. You can't change people. People are who they are. So you either have to accept them for who they are and make compromises in yourself, which the other person should reciprocate that as well, though. It shouldn't just be you making the compromises.
Of course.
But to make it work, you have to. Everybody's different. Everybody has disagreements. Everybody does things differently. So for you to sit there and go, this person needs to be exactly what I expect them to be is fucking insane.
Well, you know how many people try to change.
Yeah.
Even before the marriage.
You're wasting your time.
I love this when it's like, oh my God, everything's amazing. We're so in love. Everything's perfect. Everything's amazing. The first year, 6 months, we're getting married. Everything's perfect. They move in together. They're married for 6 months, a year tops before they're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yep.
You have no idea who somebody is for at least 3 years. I'm gonna say.
3 years.
Let me tell you why.
6 to 18 months.
Let me tell you why.
Somebody at least a year or two.
Let me tell you why I say at least 3 years, okay? Our first year was ridiculous.
We had a different situation.
Wait, our second year was really good. We were living together. Our third year is when we got engaged. We were getting ready to have a baby. We were like, we can do this. If you rush too fast, you are going to be a miserable person because, listen, you may live together for a year and it still don't come out. No. You may be together for 2 years and you still have no idea. But
and real quick, once this goes on someone's finger,
that ring,
it changes some people.
Where
they go, now I got you.
Exactly. Now
I got you.
Yeah.
Now you got to deal with my bullshit. And that's when shit starts coming out. Exactly. Me and her saw the worst of each other way before we ever
and
even
decided
thought
to
about
stay.
rings.
That's
Yeah.
how crazy we were.
But we also went through fucking battles and hell and a lot of shit together, not against each other. But I was going through a lot of shit, and she supported every second of it. And everybody on her side and on my side was like, "This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work." And every single one of them bit their tongue, and now they all
Even to the point, my mother came to my house and apologized to Rocky and said, "You know what, Rocky? My daughter was right about you," because, you know, he was going through a divorce. I was living a single life for a very long time. I had no ties, no strings. And my mom goes, "You know how many men say they're going through a divorce? You're a fucking idiot." And I'm like, "No, Mom, he's my friend. I know him and I trust him." And my mom goes, "Jessica, you're beautiful. You have a lot to offer. I mean, what are you thinking?" And I'm like, "Mom, back off. I trust him." It was that first year of all of the things we went through that made me feel so sure. I was so sure.
Here was the difference too. If I'm just stepping out, it's not every night. It's 1 or 2 nights a week. I can get out. I was with her. I would go home from work. My son would be asleep by 8. I was out the door by 8:01 to her every night
till 5 a.m. And then he would come back, get ready for work, go to work. Come home from work, have dinner, give Lewis a bath, put him to bed, and then he would come. This was every day for a year. And I'm going, I get it. First of all, going through a divorce is a very hard thing to do. And he'll tell you, he said to me, what's most important is my son. And I continued to take second to Lewis. And even when it comes down to things with our kids, we both take second to our kids, okay? But I always put myself back and I went, whatever you got to do. I never once was like, what about me? Never have I ever said, what about me? I also was a kid from a divorce. I also dealt with the dad and a stepdad and they battling. And so, you know, I'm with my son since he's 3. He's going to be 9. And I still haven't said to him, your mother's a bitch. I would never. No. I would never. You know why? Because that's his mother. Exactly. But because of my life experience, right? My life experience. Now,
oh, trust me, behind the scenes.
Now, but, I heard something. Yeah, but now let me say, though, him coming from now dealing with me, who I drove a fast sports car. I was on a pool league. I was out every night at a bar. I didn't have to pay for any drinks. I was living the life, and I needed to go. It's either this or a family.
This is how it would go. I would leave the house. She'd be at the bar. I would get her, and we'd go get a hotel every night.
Yeah.
Every night.
And then, but there was a point in time where he looked at me and he was like, if you're going to be with my son, I didn't meet Lewis for a year. Yeah. The whole first year, I did not know who Lewis was. I was not in his life. It would be confusing. It would be very unfair to him as a child.
The first time we hung out, we went to the Bronx Zoo together.
We took him to the Bronx Zoo as friends. And he was attached to me because we were friends, jumping in puddles.
It was raining, pouring
looking
rain.
at animals. And it was just a fun moment. But you know, as people, this is what I always do. I use my life experience to dictate what kind of mom or person I would be. I wasn't ready to be a mom. For everybody who doesn't know, I had dealt with, I was pregnant very young. I had put my daughter up for adoption. And when she was 16, she came back to me. And long story short, my husband... Now, we're married and we have a baby and we have Lewis and we have a house, and my daughter finds me and my husband says, I want her. Like, as if the moment that I was put Lewis in my shoulders, I said to him, I'll do whatever I got to do for Lewis. And even to this moment, he probably is the first kid that can make me cry out of all my children. And it'll be just because he didn't give me a kiss hello. Like, that's how
because he's been
close.
Here the longest, too,
That's
though.
How close I am to my baby.
And
you know what I mean?
When he was really little, and I would go to work, and it would be him and Jess all day.
Me and him all day. And we would cuddle. We'd watch movies.
Before Anna.
It was before Anna. It was before Valentina, because my daughter hasn't come. Valentina wasn't born. But here's just me and this baby who, again, I don't want to get too much in detail, but he didn't really have the mother that he needed at the time. And he was at work all the time. So he had Jess. Yeah. So, you know, and now having our blended family and having children, all aspects, my daughter will go to my husband first before she comes to me, because they have the bond that Lewis has with me, because he'll come to me before her dad.
And what's funny, too, when you look at our family, Valentina is the youngest, but Valentina is the root, and the connection to everything
Louis
else.
and to Anna.
Because there's pieces of Anna in Valentina, there's pieces of Louis in
Valentina. Yep.
And
they're so close. Our children, might I add, blended family, are so close. We are such a tight-knit family that...
Anna and Louis, forget it.
Yeah.
They are, and Anna and Val too, don't get me wrong, and Louis and Val. But Anna and Louis have a special connection that you can already see.
Yes.
Like they're very...
And they both deal with a lot of same things because, you know, she does have a family in Alabama that, you know, had adopted her. Mind everybody who's in my room right now, it was an open adoption and I was a part of her life the entire time. Every birthday, every Christmas, she just thought I was an aunt. She didn't know I was her mom. And it was the best decision for her. I was in a very abusive relationship when I was young and so on and so forth. So now she's here and everybody's great.
And that's my homie.
And she is. And you think about these things, a lot of people look and go, oh, I know them. They're this, they're that. They have no idea what kind of humans we are because we have so much life experience that all we want to do is love and be there and kind of just spread it out. Like, you know, so many people worry about things that are
more so than me though. I'm not a spreader. I keep my love to the people.
Yes, yeah.
That needs it.
Yes. You are not as
I save my love for real love.
No, but it's the truth. You know, I could see somebody on the street, I would take my shirt off. Yeah. I would take my socks, my shoes. I'll drive home in my fucking underwear for them to have dry clothes, and I will do it every day of my life because I am a very blessed person. But, however, let you take advantage
you're done. Or
fucking hurt anybody I love. And it is game on like nobody's fucking business.
Yeah. You talk about a mama bear. She's mama bear times 10. Let anyone. Look at her fucking children sideways. You are donezo.
It's not even just my children, my mother too. If I'm in the store, my mom, okay, you know how you go to the stores, right? People, right? You're walking around, everybody gives nasty looks. People look around. Yeah, I'm with my mom who's 62. First of all, she's gorgeous, but she's my mom, okay? All I have left, my dad, I lost 12 years ago. I lost 3 uncles, 2 aunts, all of my grandparents in the past 12 years. I have my mom, my brothers, my sisters, and some aunts. That's what I got. And I'm out at a store, and some woman or some man will look at my mom with that face of, just look down and look up.
She almost jumped out of a car one time.
I'm not
kidding.
Let me tell you what happened. I'm in the car with my mom. This is now actually the year my dad died. So anybody.
No, this was when we were together.
Anybody. No, it wasn't that time.
There was a time when we were together where you were in the car with your mother.
Oh, that was a Jilly's time. We were going or leaving Jilly's, yes. But this one time was the year my dad died. I was already, I'm not telling you, Madalena, I was like looking for anyone to start with me. We pull up at a light, and there's these 3 girls in a car. Girls maybe like in their 20s, 30s. My mom's driving. I'm in her car. She had a BMW at the time. And they're like looking. Like, I'm not kidding. They're just looking in the car. So out of the side of my peripheral, I look over, and I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? Now, my mom grabs me immediately. She, like, grabs my shirt. And I open the door. I'm like, what the fuck are you looking? You're looking at my mom. Like, what are they saying? Like, oh, that woman, look at her car, the BMW.
And
meanwhile, my mom is a worker.
Hold on. And I guarantee they were not saying
They weren't.
This.
I'm sure they were. And my mom said to me, you know, it's...
Exactly. They're probably going, look how pretty these 2 girls are.
My mom
just
said
trying to murder them. It's like, these motherfuckers, they're talking shit.
It could be anybody at any time, at any moment. Anybody lost their parents, you understand. It could have been anyone. Yeah. And I look over, I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at my mom like that? And my mom looks at me and goes, Jessica, you have bright red hair. You have big blue eyes. You got tattoos. Of course they're looking at you saying, wow, she's hot or she's not. I immediately took everything to the negative. I'm a defensive mother. I was. Yes, I'm still mom bear with my kids at school, but let me tell everybody right now, I am not the same person I was 7 years ago.
Yeah, but now you don't have to be because you've learned to use this and not this.
Right.
So you have
Which is not easy to do.
She intimidates Richie. Richie's 6'4", almost like 265, and Richie will be like, "Jess, I'm sorry," and then he'll put head down. "I'm sorry, Jess, I didn't." You know.
Because you know why? I'm not like that. You know, you jerk, you fucking asshole. I look at him and go, "Why the fuck would you do that?" And it's like more of like a mother-kid thing. And he's just like, "Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Wait, I can
And
fix
people
this."
always look to me. They'll be like, "What do I do?"
Fix this?
And I'm like, "You're on your own, bro. I fight my own battles with her, and I'm the only one." And be honest, I will be like, "Nope." And I'm the only one that pushes back with her. Everyone else.
For a little bit though, Rock. Even then though, when you get me to where I get, then immediately Rocky's like, "You know what, Jess? I don't want to fight." Because I don't just get like upset. He'll yell and scream.
But I don't know where it's going, so I'd rather not deal with it.
Right.
So
So
I
he looks at me and goes, "All right,
situation.
babe, you know what?" And I'm like,
Not giving up.
I'm already on the edge, you know?
It's not giving up. It's, let's not.
I just don't think,
you know.
nobody's saying your balls are gone, okay? You don't have to say I didn't
I'm
give up.
not saying that either.
There are times when
I
he
said this
takes
the
it
other
for the
night.
team, and there are times I take
I
it for the
said this
team.
the other night to a couple of guys at the bar at the Halloween party. I go, "Listen to me. You want your shit to work? 9 out of 10 times you take the loss. Okay, and that one time better be worth it that you're fighting for. But 9 out of 10 times, just take the loss. Because, no offense, but women are stubborn, and they never want to take the loss, especially when it comes to men. But it's not worth it. And the guys are easier to just be like, it's not worth it. And here's how I can really break it down. Women can hold grudges for fucking 30 years. They're like, "I hate that bitch." Guys, I'll have a grudge with someone for a year. We'll run into each other at a bar and be like, "This is stupid. Let's, have a shot." But women, they'll see the girl at the bar and be like, "Look at that fucking bitch over there. I fucking hate her."
You know
I
what though?
hate her.
You know what though? There are some people you do say that about, but I definitely will say I don't like her. I will keep myself from being there around that person, but I am not a grudge holder. Everybody, just so that you know, I can have a few hours of, Anna didn't do what I wanted. Valentina's fucking with me. Lewis is being like.
These are people you care about.
Yes,
I'm talking about, let's say, someone that fucked with you in high school that you still haven't seen
Look what
in 20
happened.
years.
Let's talk about
Yes,
that.
there has been situations, but there's still a few girls on that list that if you seen today, you'd be like, "Fuck that bitch."
Exactly.
You wouldn't try to reconcile
I'm not
it.
saying I would try to reconcile it, but I wouldn't go up to her either and be like, "You're a fucking bitch." I might, under my breath, be like, "Oh, I fucking can't
But
stand
that's what
her."
I'm saying. Guys,
But I don't hold on to things like that.
typically, guys in close quarters, if I'm in close quarters with my worst enemy, we will eventually be like, "What's up, dude?" And you'll kind of like
Yeah, but
break that
girls do
ice.
that
No,
too.
I would never. I would never.
No, girls
You're
don't
crazy.
do that.
I would do that.
Girls don't do that.
I have mended many relationships.
You might have, but girls do not do
I'm not
that.
going to mention any names, but do you remember that one person who was begging me? Who I had a high school bully that would growl at me, growl at me in the hallways when I would walk by. She would like she was going to bite me. I mean, tormented me, and I never fought with her. And that I want to make that very clear. She never came at me either.
But
okay?
here's the other thing
There's
too.
more bark in there.
Yeah, I was
than
just
anything.
gonna say this girl had a reputation, but I hung around the crew that she was around, and I never seen her get physical.
I was
so
afraid
looking back
of her
on it,
bite, but she
Yeah.
never bit. You know
but
what I mean?
Looking back on it, I know my wife. She would have fucking wiped the floor with this
I
chick.
might have, but I was afraid because she was bigger than me and she had bigger friends than me. So
Never
whatever it
stopped you
was,
before.
I never fought her. You're right. I know that. But this one, you always have this,
Yeah,
always one. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, I know.
This woman, okay, who I'm kidding, I might have cried a few times that I was afraid to go to school because she would make me so uncomfortable. When I was right before I had Valentina, right, or when I was pregnant, she reached out to me.
Yeah.
She went to my mom's bar on my birthday, which I don't know how she found it, with a card, with a gift card, and then a letter. And she was begging for me and my forgiveness because she said that she was on the path of fixing herself and she needed my forgiveness. And I said to her, I will forgive you, but you need to hear what you did to me. You manipulated, you hurt, you fucked with me. You made me feel subconscious. And I went through all these things. This girl, she was like, "Can I come shovel your driveway in the snow?" Because I was pregnant. And I was like, "No, it's all right. You don't have to." She goes,
I would be
"Please."
like, yes.
She did come.
But real quick, this is what I mean, though. See, even this is my point. Women have to get the win. She still wanted to be like, "Admit to me, what you did was fucked up."
I want not admit. I wanted her to hear me. I wanted her to know what she had did to me as a kid. And again, I did this last week. I'm going to do this again because I don't think anybody understands.
See, but men will
you
just
look
be
at
like,
me now. I'm a different person than what I was.
Men will be like, "Let's not even bring the situation up." You know what I mean? Where women have to address it.
Yeah,
they have to address this.
Not even so much have to address it, okay? You're talking about I was a very heavy, unattractive. I had pimples.
Don't act like you was some monster.
I wasn't a
either.
monster.
I mean,
but I
come
wasn't
on.
a monster. I'm going to show them. I wasn't a monster. But I wasn't the prettiest girl.
No.
And so for me, it wasn't her saying I'm sorry. It was her understanding what she did to me as a kid. And when she did, I mean,
But I think her gesture of even reaching out and coming here and
was
wanting to help
amazing.
was
Amazing.
her accepting all
It
that.
was amazing, but again, I wanted her to hear me. I wanted her to, and at the end of all of this, I looked
Just
at.
recent. This is
It was a few years ago.
It's like four years ago. Yeah, about 4 years ago. So, but I looked at her and I said to her, I want you to know I'm not afraid of you any fucking more. And if there's at any time a moment you felt you needed to do something, now's the fucking time. Or you will have to give me respect. Now, really quick, I'm going to show everybody just so that you know. Just tell me if you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what I looked like in... This is just so you can see Madalena.
What, 10th, 11th?
I was about 10th or 11th grade in that
So
picture.
15, 16.
I was a Triple H chest and in a 13, 14 jeans.
Between 15 and 17.
Yeah.
You know why? It's because you had a woman's body at this young age.
Yes,
You were
and
not-
now though, okay, I'm a 0, a 1. So the difference in size you can tell.
You're
I'm
a 10, baby.
I'm 5'1". I'm
You're
tiny.
a 10.
Listen, so not only did this girl come to apologize for herself, right? But my friend, my girlfriend Nicole, who is one of my sisters, she had fought her in high school and she actually put her in the hospital.
Fucked her up good.
Bad. I mean, so bad. She beat up my friend so bad that she was in the hospital. It was like a bad thing. So this girl was asking me for forgiveness and I said, I will forgive you, but you need to call my friend. And you need to talk to her and let her feel, because we both were picked on by her. So she not only messages her, emails her, meets up with her, buys her dinner, apologizes to her, but they're still friends now, 4 years later. We're all friends. And I go, this is someone who grows. This is somebody who accepts things that you were and who you are now. And I tell you right now, if I called her, she'd come here and knock somebody out for me, like that. Because as women, when you respect each other, with anyone, as you respect each other and accept each other, you have better relationships.
Yeah, but women turn on each other real quick.
You could turn on each other. You
Real
could turn
quick.
on each other. But not necessarily me. Loyalty is my fucking name.
Yeah,
There's
I
not
agree.
a moment that anybody goes, oh, Jessica won't be there. I'd probably be the first one.
Yeah.
For anybody I love.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's also being in situations where I didn't have that from anybody I was with. So you push it out there and you get it back.
Yeah.
Everything
I
what
agree.
goes around comes around, right?
Now, Kay's asking, does road rage ever go away? And I can tell you, no, it
Nope.
does not.
Nope.
Never. Never.
Nope.
Watch my periscopes. You see me flip out
All the time.
quite a few
I
times.
used to have a bag of jelly beans in my car.
Yeah, I am a
And I had a very fast car. So I would literally pelt them out the back window. I don't even know how many windshields I'm sure I cracked. I was very angry. I was bad.
You want to hear something awful one of my friends used to do?
Do it.
All right. You know the homeless guy on exit 61?
Yes.
That will always stand there? I mean, 10 years ago, 20 years ago,
He has
that
a
guy.
big beard. He
Yeah,
had
always
older
stayed
man.
there.
He hasn't been there
My
in
buddy
years, though.
used
I
to
think he's
save.
probably gone.
Yeah, he is. There's a new guy there, a young kid. Yeah, he
Thank
took his
you,
spot.
Cap.
But he would save all his pennies, and he would fly past the exit and whip his pennies at the guy.
You know what, though? But that guy had a Mustang.
He did.
That guy had a
He parked it
house.
at the parking ride on the other side.
That's what they used to
Yeah,
say.
he
No,
had
he
a
did. I
house.
seen him get into it.
He was
Yeah.
he was just a beggar. And you know what? I felt bad, and I do that now. My husband will tell you, I'll see homeless people, and I'll pull up, get food, go back, give them money, give them water, gift packs. I'm one of those. But I used to see him and go, nope, you're not going to make me feel bad, because I knew he had this red Mustang. It was red, right?
Yeah.
Red Mustang. And I'm like, that doesn't, people who lie and beg when they can go get a fucking job is not okay. Go get a job like everybody else.
Well, yeah, he would whip fucking handful of pennies. You'd be doing like 60, and he just... You'd see the guy jump down like...
he was an asshole, too.
Yeah, of course. But you'd see him jump like he was being attacked in Vietnam. He'd be like,
Because you
oh,
remember he
shit.
was just to stand there and like shake when
Yeah,
you
no,
wouldn't
it was
say
all the
word.
work. It
It's
was
a
all the
lie.
work.
It was a lie.
It was all the
Feel
work.
bad until I heard that.
You would feel bad, but then you know, and you're like, no,
Well, I used to see
okay.
him every
Real
day 'cause
quick,
that was
before
my
we get
exit.
into the next thing, I just want to give a special shout out to one of our favorite people. He's in the chat right now, Big Josh. I
Ooh,
hope
Josh,
everything's going
baby.
okay,
Big
brother.
Josh.
We love you, and we hope you're doing well. Of course, yes.
Yeah, pal. We wish you the best. You
Yes,
know that.
of course. I want to change the subject really quick, and I want to blow everybody's mind right now. I read this crazy article, and somebody that I used to really jive to, the music was, and when I say the name, you're going to go, oh my God, yeah, I used to feel it, especially when I was smoking weed. I loved this kind of music. Erykah Badu.
No.
I loved her. Ba-da-ba-ba. I loved that.
You know what my favorite thing she did was that hook on the Roots song. If you will worry about when I'm in a hole.
Yes, yes. Talented. I loved her, right?
Well, she did Tyrone also, right? You better
You can
call
call
Tyrone. I like
Yeah,
Erykah
maybe.
Badu.
Yeah,
I like
okay.
her.
Right, get ready for this. Erykah Badu has an interview, and she states in this interview, there's good in everybody. Not only did she defend Bill Cosby and said he was an amazing child father star who helped a lot of children with their issues. But she writes, Adolf Hitler was one of the best painters.
He wasn't. His paintings were garbage.
One of the best painters in history.
People think that's what turned him. That people shit on his paintings, and he was like, he just went fucking like, fuck this.
She like straight faces, I can see good in everybody, just like Adolf Hitler here, who has amazing painting skills. So what about everybody he killed? Like,
Yeah.
6 million Jews.
right?
Yeah.
What about that? I was blown.
But I think I understand what she was trying to say, that there is good in everybody.
No, talent. You can talently paint, but you kill a lot of people. There is no good in that.
Yo,
That's not
Jay
good.
Menace in the fucking house.
Oh my God.
Where the fuck have you? Jay Menace is one of our longtime Super Ugly guys.
Really?
And he just popped up in the chat out of nowhere. Yo, Menace, what up? This is the second show on Super Ugly. We added another one. This is life with my beautiful wife here.
Hi.
So this is Jessica J. Jess Menace.
Nice to meet you.
He's that guy that does the raps.
nobody
Remember, he used to
down
play
here,
the
Jess.
raps
It's not Atlanta.
before Bobby J came around.
No,
He was our first rapper.
I don't remember, but thank you for coming in and checking out the show we have here. Yeah, I'm so glad that they're here. I don't see the chat right now. I was just looking through.
But again, I think I get what if she was trying to go with it. And again, interviewers manipulate things and twist words and write what they want. And I can kind of see what she was saying. But when you're talking about people like Bill Cosby and Hitler, I mean, Bill Cosby allegedly raped, 70 women? And Hitler, I mean, he's Hitler. I mean, he's the Michael Jordan of when you go to evil people. You know,
Yes,
instead
and
of
he's
like
in
I'm the
every
Michael Jordan
cartoon,
of
every
Donkey
show.
Kong. He's
South
the
Park
Hitler
galore.
of fucking It's not a good thing. But
That's not all.
Oh, go. There's more.
wow,
When was this interview?
That was a big one.
when was this
That's
interview?
not all. This is 2018.
Okay.
2018. I'm not messing around with past. Barbara Streisand.
Babs.
She has turned quite a few heads. This is the article, I'm reading it right now because it really is that good. So it says Barbara Streisand has turned quite a few heads when she took her cloned dogs,
Yeah, I heard about
Violet
this.
and Scarlet, to meet their creator at the grave. So she had a dog and she had clones made of the dog
Rich people.
and bring the dogs to see the dead dog.
Yeah. So she's basically bringing the dead bodies to see themselves in a way, right?
What?
Weird.
Like, wait
Now,
a minute.
but the whole clone thing, like people, like this is the
Is
problem.
that Cujo? No, not Cujo.
No. This is the problem.
Pet Cemetery.
This is a problem with a lot of people. They're just dumb. So they hear clone and they go, well, it's exactly the same. Physically, yes. Inside,
No.
you're a product of your environment. So you're not going to be the same person because you weren't raised, you weren't in the same situations, you didn't have the same experiences. So other than the physical, it's like a twin.
Right.
Yes, you're the same this way, but everything else, well, twins is kind of they kind of are the same. But you get what I'm saying.
Personality's different. They're different in some ways. They're not the same.
But it's still weird.
You're never getting a clone the same.
Like a twin is we were born together. A clone is this one died and I made you.
So how much can I do? How much to clone you if you ever died?
They haven't done humans yet. Well, that we know of.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
And would you have to start as a
But
baby?
again, I would. Yes, of course I would. And
I'm gonna raise my husband.
no, but it wouldn't be me. That's the thing. It wouldn't be me.
Exactly. I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So again, Pet Cemetery. You can't fucking kill something and bring it back and turn it into something it's not. That is pretty creepy.
It is weird.
I couldn't
That
even
is
believe
weird.
it. When I read that, I went,
I would do
no
that with
way.
Bella, though.
You what?
I would do that with Bella.
You can't do that.
She's my princess. This is our eldest cat. She's my ride or die chick.
I feel so bad.
She's probably somewhere around here. She was laying over there when I was doing my show.
She's really the best ever, but she's super getting old, and
She's
you
so
can see
sweet.
it, and
So
it's
sweet.
just it's sad.
She just wants to snuggle everybody. Doesn't matter who it is. She'll just and she's aggressive with it. Like you'll be sitting there and she'll just be like, "Yep, I'm doing this now," and then just
Here's my answer.
But she doesn't do it in an aggressive way where you're like, "Get off me." You're like, "How can I deny her?"
You know, it's so crazy because I think to myself, when you're with someone or when you're dealing with somebody in life, you pick all those things you fucking can't stand about the person. I mean, of course we love our husbands, our children, our friends, but there's always something you're like, oh, I could just fucking take that right now, put it in a bag, throw it in the garbage, and never see that part of that person again. I bet you when you clone, you get everything you hate. Because how could God look down and go, this is totally fine.
Yeah.
Make another one. That's fine. Like Multiplicity,
It's not
that
like you
movie.
completely fucking got my entire plan by doing this.
That was one of my
No.
favorites. Multiplicity
Yeah.
with
When the one
Michael
was just
Keaton.
a crazy
He's like,
mentally.
oh my God. And the other one goes, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That other one was just keeps on sleeping with everybody. It was the best because every time he had one, it was fucked up. They'll never be the same.
Well, that's a copy of a copy of a copy. It's
Right.
like in Fight Club. If you keep, like when you would dub tapes.
Yeah.
You would get the
Yes.
original. By the time it got to the 10th person, it
Yeah,
sounded like
horrible,
shit.
yeah.
You know me, I love doing these article things. So I looked up online things that men want women to know about them and things that women want men to know about them.
let's see
And
how
I'm weird
much
because
bullshit's in
we're
this.
here, right?
Let's see how much bullshit's in
I
this.
figure we can handle this together, right? The three of us?
Oh,
Here we
yeah,
go.
we can.
And I want
encourage this
opinions. Or
because
anybody
I
who has
know.
anything to say, the number's at the bottom of the screen. Get involved.
Oh, I can't wait to
Retweet
hear
my
the
show
guy
out right
stuff.
now.
Yeah,
Let's make this bigger
seriously.
than it
I
is.
love when women's magazines tell women what
It's not
guys
women's
want.
magazines. This is from DidYouKnowFacts.com.
All right.
Okay?
Who's it-
DidYouKnowFacts.com.
Do we know who it's written by?
Matt Gilligan.
Matt. A man.
Matt Gilligan.
Okay.
Okay? Well, the men's are the men's, the women's are the women's.
All right.
Right? So, 23 things. I'll do them fast so we don't stay long. And honestly, I'm not on a time schedule, people. My show goes as long as I fucking want. So,
She got the good slut somehow.
good slot or good slut?
Slot.
I thought he said she's the good slut somehow. I'm
I
like, what
to
the
play
fuck
the
does that mean?
sluts. I like to play the sluts too.
Oh my
Remember
God.
the Beavis and Butthead
Could you
movie?
imagine? I'd be like, are you fucking
When he's on
kidding
the bus
me?
with the old lady and she's like, I'm going to play the
does that?
sluts.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
I love sluts.
I love sluts. They're awesome. Okay, so 23 things. Let's start with the first one. We like you to know we like to
Wait,
know
this
that
is the men?
this is the men
Okay.
want women to know. Number one, we like to know we're attractive. Of course, men love their egos stroked. It's like, you're so handsome. You're the best.
But we don't need it. Hold up, because we don't need it the way women need it. Women
that's
need
number one
reassurance. I
on the
know, but
list.
women need reassurance all the time.
Wait, we're talking about the men right now.
I know, and I'm answering for the men, and I'm saying this is horse shit.
The man speak.
See?
You want me to answer this or no?
Yes, but this is a man saying about men. You
Yes.
don't like, I want you to
I'm
say,
disagreeing.
you don't like to be told you're handsome by me?
I do, but it's not necessary.
He doesn't
Bullshit.
hear it.
Bullshit. You know
not.
what? I tell you you're handsome every day and how much I love you and how amazing you are and all that great stuff every day. That's never a moment.
Yes.
But there are men, or most men would like to be told by their wives, "Oh, baby, you look really handsome."
Of course, I'm
today."
not saying it's not nice to hear.
That's what this
I'm
list
say-
is.
Yes, but I'm saying it's not a necessity.
This is
now,
not the women. We're not there yet.
why can I'm explaining the difference between the two, and I'm saying that a man can go decades, because here's the difference between men and women and why we don't need to hear it and why it's not that important. because men have true confidence. Some men do. Not all men, but the men who have true confidence and know I'm the shit. Women, even the hottest, prettiest, sexiest woman, she could be brilliant, a lawyer, doctor, they all have their own little insecurities that make them go, I need to hear that I'm good. I need to hear that I'm pretty. I need to hear that I'm smart. But and this is why though. And it's not your fault. It's because women have been put down for centuries by men. So they want to have that assurance of, all right, I am cared for and I'm liked, and men didn't really have to live through that.
I 1,000% agree. But then how come, throwing in a real life situation right now, guys, let's go. 3 weeks ago, Richie gave you a haircut after I've been cutting your hair forever. I walk in the house, you're in the house, we're talking, we're actually having a bickering little kind of dingering back and forth, and you look at me and go, well, you're going to tell me you like my haircut?
You want to know the real answer? Here's the real answer. 1, spite.
What?
Yes, I'm going to be honest with you. 2, because you do things like that to me when I don't notice, like if you plucked your eyebrows a different way.
That's not true.
Hold up. My daughter and her will sit me at the table and be like, you don't notice anything different?
Yeah. Hi,
And
my
I'm-
hair
now
color
I'm
went
like-
from red to black.
And now I'm like, fuck, no, I don't. What is it?
You see me every day.
I understand that, but exactly, I see you every day. So, you know, unless it's a crazy drastic change.
Well, I knew you were going for your haircut, and you got very upset that I didn't
No,
compliment
but
you on
my
it.
point is, I did that knowing that she does stuff like that. So I was like, you know
so
what?
you were trying to be...
Yes, I'm going to hit you with
here
your
we go.
own
He was
ammo.
going back to, earlier in the show, we
Then,
discussed
like I said,
how much
spite.
he has grown.
I'm being spiteful.
How much he's grown.
But see, again, that's how men can be honest about things.
Well, women can't be... let's go to the next one, because you know what's going to happen? We're going to keep going. Yep. Moving on.
We didn't even get past the first one. There's 23 more. 22
Number
more.
2 is... You're not going to believe this one. Number 2. Please. Question mark. We all love to get asked out every once in a while.
I've never once wanted to be
This
asked
is a
out.
man now.
I understand that. I have never once wanted to. I always am. That's what a man does. What are you talking? That's fucking insane.
Have you ever asked out a man?
I've asked you on dates. I've said let's...
But we were already kind of together.
But I've asked you on dates.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about a first date.
No.
I've never asked anybody on a
Yeah,
first date. It
no,
doesn't say
well-
first date. It says we all like to get asked every once in a while. So maybe when you're married, say, hey, baby, let me take you, or let's go.
To do. That doesn't count.
That's
then, no.
stupid.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
no,
go to the
that
next.
was
Number
stupid.
3, compliments. Women like compliments, so do men just as much. In fact, we're so used to not hearing them that it'll almost take us a moment to register what happened. But it will brighten our day. This concept of men chase women receive is an old paradigm. Sorry, that needs to be tossed out the window. Should it be everyone chase everyone?
I'll agree with this one.
Right?
Right.
So again, going back to the whole, you want to hear you look good and feel good as a man.
That's what that's not saying.
Yeah, you can't just be the only man. This is a thing, babe. People
No,
are
but I'm
in
saying
this.
that's not what it's saying. What it's saying is compliments like, hey, I love the way you cook dinner.
You don't cook dinner.
No, I'm saying.
They're talking about what
I know
they
what they're
want
doing.
women to
You're
do
not
to
understanding.
them.
I get what you're saying. I'm just giving examples. I'm not saying.
Then use something that you do.
No, but
I love how you
a
changed that light
compliment-
bulb, baby.
A compliment is, yeah.
You really screwed that bulb in
But
tight
then this is
and
already
slow
kind of supplemented in the first one.
and good.
Because that goes back to the handsome thing, and that's what you're talking about. You're talking about physical, like, hey, your hair looks great.
It's-
That's not what
I'm
I'm
reading
talking
what they
about
write.
here. Yeah, I know.
I'm not
but-
talking about anything. I'm reading what's written.
All right.
Don't get upset another man saying this.
Not.
Number
I'm just saying
4.
it makes no sense. This guy's an idiot.
What? You know what, Rocky? Maybe you're the only one that doesn't feel you like these things, but I'd like everybody in the chat to tell me, do you like to be told you're handsome, how good you screw a light bulb?
Captain
Answer
Spaulding,
it.
that's BS. Colin, haha. Rock's fade is tight. Thank you. Rock is right on this one. That's a girl. K. All
Right. All right, whatever.
And Kay says, like,
Whatever. Yo, number 4. This is not me. I didn't write it. A little conversation. Sometimes you should start the conversation. It's not on to all of us to pick up the title cues that make sense only to you half of the time.
Well, that just goes so you're not sitting there awkwardly. Like, of course you should conversate. Like, otherwise you're just sitting there in silence like weirdos. That's kind of weird.
right? Listen,
This guy's an idiot. He's probably never been in a relationship ever.
Like, this makes no sense.
This guy's a moron.
I love the next three
Fuck
right
this
now.
guy.
I love the next three, guys. I want you to understand. I love the next three. And after these three, really quick, because I'm going to give them together,
See, look,
I'm going to go fill our drinks, because I know we're going to go past 10.
Menace just wrote, as a man, of course, I like compliments, but I'm not getting dressed up and going out looking for them and upset if I don't get them. And again, that goes back to the difference.
I think that's what he said, though.
No, but and here's the difference. Men aren't out there going, I'm wearing my dope shit. I hope someone says something. Women, if you wear your nice dress and you don't get a compliment, you're like, I'm ugly. I'm ugly. I look like shit.
Well, of course, when we're dressing up because we're women, we're in a different place. You guys dress with a t-shirt and jeans on. We have to dress to impress. There are all the women out there that are wearing half to nothing.
But it's not my fault that men can look good in a t-shirt and jeans, and we can dress down and pull it off.
Fault, but as a person, when you're with someone, and let me just say, when my husband and I go out, we go to a dinner and a movie. I am not the kind of person that goes, I want to go to 5-star. Of course, when anniversaries, Christmas, things like that, yes, we will go out nice. We're going to Jamaica for fucking Christmas. But as far as all the time, I want to be in my sweatpants and a hoodie. I'm not the kind of girl that wears a lot of makeup. I don't need my nails done. I'm very low maintenance because I like myself and I don't need to change it.
Yeah, but you also just so happen to be very beautiful with very little maintenance.
That's because I'm a good person. I'm sorry. That's just
no, I understand that, but most women have to do a lot of prep work. What?
If I was an asshole, I wouldn't be pretty.
You'd still be pretty, just be an asshole.
No, people would look.
This is what you don't understand about guys.
Hold
on, but to women, no, but to guys will deal with.
He's battling us both, but you're actually siding with him, so fuck you.
But guys, because guys will deal with a shitty girl to fuck her.
Right, of course.
I'll deal with your horribleness if I can get in your pussy. Then after, I'll see what happens after that. But my main goal right now is to get in between those legs.
Well, I'm glad that you're being very honest, because that's a true story. But at the end of the day, you'll never end up being with a disgusting piece of shit of a woman just because she's hot. You'll never do that.
Some people might.
Well, when they're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s and they need fucking shit to get their dick hard,
look at Hollywood. That's all of Hollywood.
All of Hollywood is with women who are better than them because they have money.
You don't know that? Look at Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. She ain't better than him.
She was. She used to be very hot. She fucking turned into
him.
a skeleton. That bitch was hot as can be in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
And we're talking Brad Pitt, but like, to go back to
But
Michael Jordan thing, Brad Pitt is literally the guy.
But he's anybody.
When anyone talks to a woman about handsome guys, the first guy out of their mouth is Brad Pitt.
Not out of mine.
Most people's.
He's not the first, but he's very good looking.
He is a good looking man, but not somebody
No, but what I'm saying, when a guy needs to get across about a handsome guy, be like,
fuck her first, straight up.
Whenever, like, if I'm going to talk to a chick and be like, you know, if you're playing the would you fuck him type thing, the first name that I'm going to shoot out is Brad Pitt.
You? Oh, you're asking me.
Yes,
okay.
if I'm asking you,
I'm like, you?
what celebrity
Jesus
would you
Christ,
fuck?
babe, you want to fuck Brad Pitt?
No, but that's what I mean. He's like this, the standard of Hollywood as beautiful men.
George Clooney.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, those are our age group because they were a little bit older, you know, by 10, 20 years. But anyway, so yeah, they said that they want some compliments. Conversation, done. Next, number 5. We are human beings, God damn it. We aren't walls of stone. We just been conditioned to
this motherfucker's a pussy.
We are just been conditioned to take care of women, and we cannot show weakness. I've seen women ask men to open up, and that is not what happens.
That's right. Be a fucking man. What he's saying is emasculating. You need to open up, and no, that's a man's job is to hold shit in and be strong for you, for our kids.
At some point, you need to talk to your wife.
Yes, and that's what you do.
We
but
do that.
What I'm saying is, and you've heard me say this before, a man's job is to make sure she's good. And do you understand how hard it is to make sure a woman is happy,
especially like me, though,
the time?
Because I'm really fucking rough.
No, but it's all women. It's not just you. It's
but
all
I'm really
women.
Independent,
You're
so
all pain in the asses. And we put this on ourselves because as a man, that's our job.
I love this show.
That's our job to make sure my woman's happy. I love this woman. I want her to be happy. But it's hard as shit because you guys flip out over the dumbest shit sometimes.
Not just women, men flip out too.
Yes, of course, of course. Come on. And again, that goes to the species
thing. Be a woman for a while?
Where what we think is little, women think is the Empire State Building, and vice versa.
Right. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to give you 2 and then I'm gonna let you two go back and forth, and I'm gonna remake us drinks, grab everybody something, okay?
Well, what time is it? Because I can't stay too late, kids.
10 o'clock.
It's a school night.
It's 10.
A school night.
It's
10.
10 now.
All right.
You got a half hour.
When you
in
come
there.
back from the drinks, I gotta bounce.
All
I
right.
really gotta
You don't want another one then?
No.
Okay. So number 6 was pick up some of the slack. Sometimes being the rock in the relationship is slowly tiring us out.
What the fuck does that mean?
Number 7, wait, I'm gonna give them both to you.
Come on.
Fixer.
I like this.
If you come to us with something bothering you, our first reaction is to try to fix whatever that is bothering you to get points, making you feel better. It's
Not points.
It's taking me a long time to figure out you girls don't always want it fixed. You just need someone to tell you what's you want someone to tell what's bothering
This
you
is
too.
insane. As a job of a fucking man,
You guys
I
enjoy.
found the woman I love,
be
which
right
is
back.
what we were put on this earth for, is for men to find woman, love her, and nurture and care for her. Not nurture, but care for her and protect her and make sure that she's good and do everything possible to make sure. That's why men have that feeling towards women. What the fuck? This guy's an idiot. Let me read that one again.
Maybe she read it wrong.
If you come to us with something bothering you, yes, I do want to fix it every single time. I mean, what he's saying is I shouldn't always have to? Yes, you should. That's what you signed up for. That's what you signed up for. Of course you should. And that goes back to what I was just saying. I always want to smile on my wife's face. So if she has a problem, my brain starts going, how the fuck can I fix this problem for her so she's happy?
But he's being very vague. Is he talking about, like...
This motherfucker...
She got into an argument with one of her friends? There's nothing you can do
He's either
about
gay... For real, though.
Why? Because he's sensitive?
Or he's been in one relationship his whole life, and he's had his chick brainwash him into this bullshit.
I think that's really...
This guy has not been around the block.
All right, Mad, kiss me really quick.
I will.
I love
We'll
you.
make out real
yes,
quick.
you're making... I love you too,
Yeah,
baby.
he wrote some points.
bring this upstairs.
All right,
Points.
baby, yes, and the girls are in the room if you want to say
This
bye.
motherfucker's equating by Mads. He's equating his relationship to points. That I get points for this and she gets points for that. There's no point system.
But that's why I wanted to say that. I figured you'd run with it for a minute. I'm going to move forward a little bit just so we can, keep going. Number 8 is C number 5. We have emotions too.
Oh, fuck off. Move on, 9. We have emotions too. If you're a man and you have...
And this is like legit.
These
a
are the
thing.
emotions you're allowed to have as a man. Anger, love, contempt. The rest of it, throw it out.
Contempt?
You don't need it. Yeah. Contempt meaning I'll just accept this situation for what it is.
This is going to be your banger. You're going to love this one, actually. This is going to be one of your favorites. Number 9 is solo. Having alone time has nothing to do with our feelings towards you. Sometimes we just like to go one entire day with 0 things in our mind.
Well, that defeats the purpose of marriage.
Not true, because there's times you're like, babe, you do
No,
things
but
separate.
I still have to see you during the day. And again, if you love this person, you want to see them. Of course, there's times where I want to spend a couple hours, play a video game, but that doesn't mean if she walks in the room, I'm like, what are you doing? This is my alone time, you psycho. Are you crazy?
In marriage with kids, you don't get alone time.
But
If I
that's
ain't
just
getting
stupid.
It, you ain't
That's
getting
fucking.
it.
Then why are you with the person if you want that much alone time that you need a day away from them?
Right, I agree. Hi.
Fuck.
This is why I'm glad we're doing this, guys, because he's the perfect guy.
Because you're putting yourself in this situation. Clearly, you don't like this person. There is. Again, I was a piece of garbage when it came to women from a certain age to a certain age.
He wasn't a piece of garbage.
I was not great though. When I found a woman that I love and cherish and really want to be with, and I stress that word really, because all the guys that look at, certain people I don't get it because they see how we are. So they know it's not this fucking pussy whip type of situation. But all men for some reason go, you love your girl? What a pussy. You're so whipped. And they look at it as like this
Power thing.
yeah, like you're you're lesser of a man because you admit that you love your chick, and it's like, no, that's the point.
Why would you be with her?
Yeah, that's the point.
No. And the thing is, I feel a lot of men and women both fear the outlook of they're the lower in the relationship. So to everybody else, they're always trying to put, and when I say on a daily basis, and everybody could back me on this, is that I am who I am now because of us.
Yeah.
We created this fucking strength. So it can't just be because of him. It can't be just because of me. I'm not the only one fucking pulling things through. No, we do this together. Anyway, ready? 10. Let's all shut up for 5 seconds. Sometimes you just like to be quiet. Nothing wrong with that. Just because we're not smiling, we really just like to chill. Number 11.
That defeats the purpose of the one that he said where you should talk.
This is a man talking. I'm pretty excited about this.
This is not a man. This is not a man. He might be a man physically, like that he has a penis, but this is not a man.
Listen to this one. Number 11. Don't fake it till you make it. If you fake an orgasm, it makes us think you had an orgasm. This makes it hard for us to improve and give you an actual orgasm. You're only hurting yourself when you fake it.
Okay, now, being a man who makes women orgasm...
Makes a woman orgasm.
Yes. Step your game up. Learn how to fuck. Your woman shouldn't be faking orgasms. Your woman should be on enough so if you to just be like, it ain't gonna happen. Because guess what? Sometimes... I have to say, it ain't gonna happen. And that's just part of sex. It's not an unattractive thing, or it's just sometimes shit don't work the way it should. You know? Don't make that face. What am I? I'm lying?
Sometimes it doesn't happen for both.
That's what I'm saying. I said both.
But there is no faking it to making it. No, sometimes, honestly, you can go 2-3 hours. It's a great sexathon, but you're fucking tired. Good night. We go tonight.
Yeah.
We have the rest of our lives to fuck. So anyway, number 12.
Stupid. So stupid.
Headache. We're not always thinking of sex. In fact, sometimes we're not in the mood for it.
That's anyone.
Anyone, not just male or female.
Yeah, this guy's a fucking complete moron. Complete fucking... This is the dumbest... This is the last person who should ever made this list.
This is going to make the show. Number 13 is no reply. No replying to messages and texts hurts us too. Fair enough if you haven't looked at it or have been busy looking at it and deciding not to reply sucks, and we don't get subtle hints too well.
Okay, and here's the answer to that. If you're not getting replied to, they're doing it on purpose. No one doesn't have their phone in their sight for at the most 5 minutes. At the most 5 minutes, you don't go without looking at your phone once. So with 5 minutes passes and you don't get a response, unless there's some kind of, either they're in the shower or there's some kind of emergency, everyone looks at their phone all the time. That shit, that's horse shit.
We got a call.
That's the dumbest thing ever.
Who we got?
It's Big Dick.
Ooh.
Yeah. What up, Rich?
What's up, guys? I heard you talking, but there's a delay. What are you guys talking about now? I know that the show's about to end soon. Or you guys keep going?
Read that last one to Richie. This is a guy telling women what they should know about guys. Listen to this one. Worst list ever, Rich.
Not replying to messages or text messages hurts us too. Fair enough if you haven't looked at it or have been busy looking at it and deciding not to reply sucks. Also, we don't get subtle hints too well.
Now, Rich, my thing about this is in this day and age, everyone looks at their phone within at least 5 minutes all the time. Mm-hmm. All the time. So you're being ignored purposely.
But yeah, of course. But listen, not answering you back is not subtle. It's very blatant.
Exactly. And again,
and annoying.
And to sit there and be like, it doesn't hurt my feelings, you're lying. As a guy, girl, I don't care if you know someone's not answering, you're like, what the fuck?
Right.
Answer me. You know?
Listen, we've been screening our calls since the beeper days. Mm-hmm. With beeper codes. Like, we've been doing this since we started this. Like, this is nothing new.
Nextel's an alerting.
But with the 911s and 123, that was, I have to talk to you. You know?
Yeah, the code, with what code you are. Whether you were 323, 646, the various things, 555.
6969.
These certain things.
143.
We used to organize who we were and what we needed at the time through a beeper that only gave us a few digits.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Richie. Number 14 is hold us. Sometimes we like to be the little spoon.
I don't ever want you to hold me. This is what I want my wife to do. Either rub my leg or I put my head in her lap and she rubs my head.
See,
I don't want you to
disagree.
hold me. That's crazy.
I'm gonna disagree.
What?
I'm gonna disagree.
Go, Richie.
Sometimes I would like my woman to grab onto me.
No.
That's just me, though. You know, I'm so big that I'm always the guy that hovers over everything. What about
You don't want me to hug
What
you?
about my
You
special
had me
No,
power?
not hug.
Like
hold.
spooning?
Yeah.
He's saying spooning. I
Yeah,
spoon
no.
behind you.
It's different
Sometimes
though,
your
like in
cock's in my
bed.
hand, but I spoon
like
behind
if
you.
we're on the couch, like I want you on me, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna go either way on this one.
Yo, Rich, real quick, I just want to let you know, Menace is in the chat. He said, "What up?" He said, "Rich, my guy."
Menace, what up, bro? What are you doing?
Yeah, so go
Calling
ahead.
you, fuck.
Listen to this one. This is a good one. You boys both will relate. Richie, I'm glad you're here. It says, work sucks. When I get home, go outside and beat the shit out of a punching bag for 5, 10, 15, hell, sometimes 30 minutes. I come back inside with a slightly bloody knuckle with a giant smile on my face and seems perfectly happy. I don't need to talk about my day at work or school because I just told the bag exactly how I felt. So for the love of God, don't ask me about it for at least a half an hour or a week because otherwise I'll get pissed again and knuckles will hurt after a while.
Now, this is why this one's perfect. Because, and I haven't, if I'm going to be honest, I haven't done this in a long time, but there's literally a bag hanging up right over here that I would come home from work, put on my fucking tap out shorts, go downstairs, and wail on my bag for a half hour to an hour.
You do.
Now, Jess, this is very self-explanatory because if Rocky comes home and is like, listen, just give me a few minutes, goes downstairs, doesn't say anything to you, hits the bag for a half hour, you're going to be like, Rocky, that's what kind of day it was, I guess, huh? Well, what do you want to eat?
No, because Jess is
I'm more emotional,
curious.
Rich.
She wants to know
I'm
everything.
more emotional, so I'll say to him, just say to me what it is. Number one, of course, I want to know what's on his mind.
But if I just go, it's work, babe. She won't delve into it.
won't badger him.
Yeah. She'll leave it alone right there.
And exactly. One word, you hit the bag for a half hour, it's done, it's left there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm losing my mind right now over the next one.
It's healthy.
But again,
healthy,
that's men. Women need to know everything, and they need to get everything out. Men can bottle it in, go downstairs by themselves, punch a bag for 20 minutes, and it's gone. Where women don't let shit go.
Some women, I could picture Jess punching that bag for a half hour and being like,
She still wouldn't let it go, though. You know? She would punch the bag and then come up.
I had a few clients.
No, she would punch the bag, come up, and now be ready to fight because now she's all warmed up. And no, it would be the complete opposite effect. Trust me.
Come on, Rich, you know me. Listen, guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Listen, one more, Rich, right? Ready? It says, okay, I'm getting a little graphic here. Get lower when giving a blowjob. If you have your guy standing up and you're on your knees, get yourself a bit lower than you instinctively would. Pull his dick down to your mouth. If you would do this, you're looking up at him, and that's super fucking hot.
Now that works if the guy's got a big dick, but what if the guy's got a little dick? You
Like
can't. You can't. You're gonna be like bobbing up at it. Like,
If he's 2 inches, you're going to snap that thing right off.
yeah, I mean, for me and Richie, great. Yeah, you could do that, but for fucking Irish Joe over here, you're probably not gonna be able to do that.
Listen, honestly, I do like eye contact while oral sex.
It's Dane Cook's old joke where you become a fucking hairstylist, where you're grabbing scrunchies and shit. I do it with her all the time, where I'm moving her hair around and I hold it in the ponytail so I can see her face.
It's extremely sexy.
Well,
yes.
men are visual.
But if he is,
That's why women are
if
built the
he's
way
2
they
inches,
are. Women aren't visual. Women are emotional. They want emotional connection. Where men, that's why women, like I just said, are built the way they are. They have nice titties, nice hips, because we look at it and go, "Ooh, I want to fuck that." A woman can look at an ugly man and fall in love with him emotionally and want to fuck him. You get what I'm saying? Men can't do that, really.
Richie, you can't do that?
I hear you.
No, but that's
no,
the way we were meant to be, though. We were built that way. You were built to attract us. That's why you were built. We weren't built to attract you.
How attractive?
We were built for survival and speed. You guys were built for sexiness and
Survival
fucking.
and speed.
But for real, you were built for that and fucking. So we can have something to procreate with. You weren't meant to be.
Yeah, it's not like
in the grand scheme of the beginning of things,
everywhere.
that's what women break down to, though, is you were here to procreate, and we were here to create with you.
To hump and create.
But we were also built to protect. So we're hairy, we're burly, we're built a different way. We're not attractive the way women are. Women were built
men
for...
of men.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so, Richie? Men and men? Check this out. Next one is, we're animals. Withholding sex is the surest way to put one foot out the door. We can look over a lot. You have a third eye. You have a hairy back. Hell, we can even turn out to be a man. But withholding sex, even if the reason feels good to you, will never end well.
For most men, that's not true because most men don't have the confidence to be like, fuck you, I'll go get pussy elsewhere. Now, for someone again...
Are you talking about the woman or the guy?
What?
The woman or the guy?
The woman's withholding sex.
Oh, that doesn't happen ever.
Well, what would you do, Richie?
What do you mean?
You go find another pussy to fuck.
Would you cheat or would you break up?
No, all I got to do is wear some tight pants around me when I bring her out, and she'll notice how many girls are staring at my junk.
Oh my God, you're junk. You're junk. Rocky's love sign.
But I
you're
mean,
fucking
like,
disgusting.
are they withholding for like a day or are they withholding for like a year? Because fuck you, if you think you're gonna pull that shit, yeah, I'm going to fuck someone else. I'm not gonna sit here and have you be like, I ain't fucking you for a year, motherfucker. Deal with it.
Out. A month, you better have a good excuse. A very good excuse.
Yeah, like
2 weeks, you better have a good excuse.
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
a grudge, no fucking thing is bullshit. Like the women that are like,
we're not
we
90.
got into a fight. Now I ain't fucking you for a week. Well, fuck you. Like, who the fuck are you to pull that shit? You ain't.
Yeah.
I don't know, but in 7 years, I've never had that moment with you.
Of course not, because you like fucking and I like fucking. She'll sit there and she'll try to pull that shit sometimes.
JRABBIT?
She'll be like, well, now I ain't going to fuck you tonight. And I look at her and go, good, hurt yourself.
That's not what happens, actually. I will turn over and he will just put it on my back, and then there's no turning back. So.
And not like, me forcing me. She'll just.
Wait, what, Rich?
I said either that or he rapes, and it's legal.
No, that's what I was just going to say.
Legal marriage.
That's what I was just going to say. It's not in a rapey way. It's in a feel this, and she goes, all right, I got to have that.
I do.
You know?
I give in every time, guys. Every time.
Listen, sometimes a little rape with your wife is always fun, all right?
I don't know about all that. Jesus.
Where
being rapey when you're in the midst of it.
Wait a minute.
Starting off rapey is never good.
I have a question.
But if we're fucking and I kind of like aggressively grab her and like, take this dick, bitch, that's okay. But in the beginning, if I'm like, shut your face, bitch, I'm going to fuck you and there's nothing you can do about it, that's not okay.
Oh, my God. You guys are funny.
Richie, I have a question for you. You told my husband you want to be in the sex business.
Oh, in our intro.
I want to know what did you want to do with my husband in the porno business?
No, he wants to find some kind of device, like a fleshlight. He meant
I thought. Yeah.
That clips out of context. That clips out of context.
Maybe you and him had something going on.
No. It was. He wanted to come up with like the new rubber butt or the new. Now that the sex dolls, though.
She knows about that.
Just do you know that the markup for sex toys is like 1,000%?
Yes, I do know that, actually. So you want to come up with a toy? I'll tell you some good things.
She used to work at a sex shop.
It's extremely high. That means if you come up with a dildo that costs you 5 cents, you sell that dildo for $30.
Of course.
That's extremely high.
Well, that's not 1,000%, but you were close, Rich.
I don't know about 1,000, but
well, whatever.
He goes 5 and 3. 1,000%. It's an even number.
Come on, it works out together.
Fuck you, Rocky.
There's a lot of other ones, but to be honest with you, they're really not exciting to mention. But I was going to go to the women, Rich.
Let's save the women's for next week.
Yeah, all right.
Because we're at 10:20 now already. Let's save the women's for next week.
All right, we can do that.
And I can hang out late, so I'll stop by and hang out for a little bit.
You should.
Stop by. I'm already there.
You stop by, yeah, if you just stay without running out the door. I mean, his fucking dick and panties are in a bunch.
If
he
I
runs
could
out
swing
the door.
by,
Too cool for us.
I'll talk to you guys. Great show.
We love you,
see
Richie.
All right, later, Rich.
Bye.
Bye.
This is life. Word the fuck up.
Ooh.
Word. The great Big dick.
Of course. I don't call him the big dick. I call him Richie.
He's my hetero life mate,
He's
babe.
my daughter's godfather and my brother. I don't call him big dick.
We're like Jay and Silent Bob. He's my hetero life mate.
Or he'll walk in, I'm like, you're late for dinner, asshole. That's what I call him. But guys, listen, I want to take a second really quick because we did go late, and I'm so glad everybody stuck around. You know, I want to shout out just a few people who are super important, of course. All of my supporters and everybody who comes here tonight. I don't know if they're in the room tonight. If they're not, I want to shout out EB, Chef Carl Ruiz. I want to shout out Opie Radio, Salvia. You have been a very big friend to me now, and I just love listening to your music. And also Mike Sappho. I say Sappho?
Sappho for sure. He's got one of those like...
It's Shashiko Shushu.
Names that you look at and you go, I'm not even going to attempt that.
Yes. I want to shout you guys out. I mean, of course, I love everybody who comes around. It's super important to us. Madalena, Captain, Real, Derek, Kay, Colin, Frankie, all of you. I can't. Joey, we love you all.
Look, you got it right this time.
I did, I know, because I saw his name earlier, and I'm like, I will not fucking forget it's Joey, not Tommy. But no, for real though, guys, I really appreciate everybody coming here. I'm gonna just shout out one more time because I love it. Benu Heron Guitars on Instagram. They are custom guitars, custom cornhole, guitar-shaped games. It's amazing. Check them out. Please do not forget to check out Sweet Temptations by Nikki. Her freaking cakes and her cupcakes are beyond. Christina Wood, Strength and Sparkle on Instagram, not Sweet, that was the other one. She's got unique makeup and she's amazing. And of course, to the Super Ugly Show, who gives me the platform. I appreciate it. You are my family. To my husband, who is my fucking co-host.
We are.
Well,
family.
Richie, listen, you and Richie got the Super Ugly Show. I have a show on your broadcast, and I appreciate the fucking platform to say what I want, be who I am, because you know why? This is fucking life, and I am Jess.